The real problem back in high school wasn't what was wrong with the community. There was beauty, but I failed to see it. There were needs, but I failed to respond. The real problem was who I was on the inside, and so I needed to change from the inside out. And so in ag forestry, we travel the state with our baggage in tow to hone our skills and deepen our understanding. In ag forestry, it takes us out of our comfort zones to test our theories and stereotypes. And we travel beyond to cities in DC or to distant lands like Cambodia, Vietnam, or South America. But what are the outcomes? What are the dividends on this investment? Well, one might be those who have this rich collection of photos from faraway places and they dawdle away this investment. Or another outcome might be those who are spurred into action when they become inspired by how differently they now see their community, the state, the nation, or even the world. Or another outcome might be triggered by someone, like a tour guide, triggered in some place, like Detroit, that dares us to re-examine what we thought we knew. And restless, we are forced to confront a question like this: do you know who you are? And for those like me, we change in the way we see ourselves. And I haven't a clue how this program has touched each one of you, but let me share my hopes with you. And I hope that you use your spirit and your grit to its best advantage, which includes leading and working alongside your critics. I hope your principles remain sturdy and transparent so you can be at ease doing what is right and not what is always easiest. And I hope fear doesn't paralyze you. And I hope you can have fun making a difference in the lives of others. And I hope you take care of yourself and one another. Leadership isn't limited to positions of authority. There are acts of leadership far greater than just taking an oath. And I've learned that making a difference is rarely accomplished by the spectators who have never or rarely played the game themselves. Yet I've learned we need a high level of patience and understanding to work with our critics and our skeptics. And, we can't cast them aside because they deserve our leadership just like the people who live in the shadows of our community who are unable to speak or act on their own behalf. And then the big day came, and fast forward to when John McCain gavels the closure of the hearing. And so I slipped out of the Russell Senate office building. I was tired, yet I was relieved because it seemed like, those 2 weeks of preparation really paid off. And then to unwind, I started to wander down the US Capitol Mall, and it turned into this stroll down memory lane because I began to reflect on my very first trip to Washington, DC, 1987, class 9. And I was suddenly struck by the fact that the testimony I had just delivered took more than 2 weeks to prepare. And actually, I started getting ready for that day years before. And ag forestry was a part of that preparation. And that experience started my tradition of paying off my debt to ag forestry, because on my return flight, I landed in Spokane, called up Dave Roselip. He was in, immediately drove to his office, and I shared this story with him. And then I took out my checkbook. And I hope you don't wait that long to give back, because there are many people wanting to come in behind us.